putting it on to know if you're straight or maybe a wee bit off form? Well, the answer to this relies on one thing, the secret vices of the person that's judging. Put yourself into space, just floating around with the stars and the peace to live by. You look there in front at this jewel in the sky, what a wonderful sight for you and I. Oh, Mother Earth, they must be fools, because down there, Mother, money it rules. Cities are at race, run at a fast pace, and the rich ones holding the jewels. Oh, Mother Earth, their love it is thin, as a lot hate each other for the pigment of their skin. Live in peace, laugh with friends, after all we're only homo sapiens. Oh, Mother Earth, the skies are burning, surely it's time the tide was turning. From living fast, all push and shove, the world must turn on to love. Oh, Mother Earth, religions is varied as sight, but all the different worshippers cannot possibly all be right. When you put yourself into space with the peace and the stars to live by, you look there in front, you shake your head and wonder, why? There's something really, really strange happened. Bert, my friend, and myself, who came here last time, and then at the end of the evening, Bert ended up leaving about 11 o'clock, and I hung around with the guys, and we were having a couple of drinks, and I left a bit later. He turned 74, and this actually happened on his 74th birthday, what I'm about to do. I wrote a poem about what happened, but this happened after we left here last time. It's called Anymore. I don't really have an explanation for this. It's so far-fetched that it's almost beyond belief. Last Wednesday night, Bert and myself were at the Clusterfuck Circus in nice and sleazy Sauchiehall Street for poetry and comedy. Invited by Oliver Piss, the organiser and ringmaster-in-chief, we had a brilliant night, second to none, had loads of laughter and lots of fun. At the end, all of the performers got on stage for a crazy Celtic dance, uninhibited, free spirits, living life and making the most of the moment and circumstance. Outside the pub was great as well, we were having a smoke break. I thought I was back in Amsterdam, make no mistake. The banter was brilliant, as all that were there know, and a couple of joints were going around having a sociable blow. At the end of the evening, Bert heads off in a taxi to his bed, but I hung around, meeting, greeting, and beside her getting a wee bit out of my head. About an hour or so later, it's time for me to roam and stop off at church at Orr and More on the way home. So I say cheers to the poets and comedians too, then head off to the busy taxi rank just across the road, just before 2. I just jump in the first taxi, they were in a long line, now half pissed and a bit stoned, but feeling fine. Are you a poet? The taxi driver asks of me before we had travelled far, and I replied, most certainly. He says, do you know Bert Stables? I said, indeed I do, I just left him here. Shit, if the taxi has heard of him, this must be a local star. So in the morning I get a call from Bert, who was really distraught. I lost my lifetime poetry books last night. These are totally unique. My lifestyle work, irreplaceable, unique. They cannot be bought. He told me it hurt him so bad. Tears were running from his eyes, such a loss that he could not disguise. His whole history of poetry was now gone. He had left it in his taxi on the way home to Denniston. Tried to contact the taxi driver, but to no avail. There are lots of independent drivers there, was the tale. This led him to wail. So the taxi driver that I got said to me, so you know Bert Stables? A wee bit earlier in his cab, he left his poetry. My God, I'm thinking, how can this be? It's one of the biggest coincidences ever for me. No doubt it's beyond that in the realm of synchronicity or synchrodestiny. So tonight on your 71st birthday, Bert, I have something here for you. You and I both know the score. Here are the collected poetic works by a famous Glaswegian poet called Bert Stables. Please photocopy the books and don't carry the originals anymore. Come and get it.
Cheers, troops. I'm just an ordinary Glasgow boy. I worked at bars for a long, long time, selling towels. I mind had a crowd in front of me one day, and my mates always helping out in the van, like folding up all the towels. I was wanting to give them a spiel. I would get right, pull a pitch in front of me and sell all the towels. And the story of Scotland was outrageous. But the times I grew up in Glasgow, I'm going to give you a wee poem about maybe when you're granny or grandest times. I hope you appreciate it. On the streets there were tram cars, got the pictures with Julie George. You picked up sticks and bits of coal, shouted for your team when they scored a goal, stood on the terraces freezing cold. You wore your colours young and old. Thank God for the clutching horn. That's what some called the pawn. Your dad swooping in at the dinner, didn't make you a saint or a sinner. Things like this had to be done. Chips of spam fritter tasted better than none. All the houses in a big locking key, as big as the ones of Ballery, some would say. The moose traps lay over the floor for the windy, right up to the door. They mice were awfully small. They lived in their wee holes against the wall. At night, out they would come, creeping about, looking for a crumb. The teddy boys come on the scene. They look tough and really mean. Only boys with their style. Give me a nod and they'll give you a smile. Jimmy, go get a bag of coal, the woman would say. I'll pay you Friday when I get my pay. Talk about Friday. What a day. The milkman, the shake man, they all gave your ma a call. They were out playing with a tarr ball. But what were picture halls? Birds in the balcony, mates in the stalls, line made ices, tubs of ice cream. It was all happening. It wasn't a dream. Dreams are dreams you can't see. Take a walk through my city with me. Yeah! I'm just ripping this dirty present on. I'm no harming it, don't worry. And I'll maybe get a wee poem here. Let's see it. Well, a magic box of tricks this. Anyway, hope you're all enjoying your night. Yeah. You know what they say? See when things look black, wash them. So, by the way, no one likes to dust. Right, where are we? Well, it's 4 apart here, by the way. You can tell I'm 174, can't you? Who was that laughing? Yeah. I'll let you know I was born very young. Where are we? It's alright, I'm taking my time. I'm always in 9 months for me. Horns up, has anybody been on to Ireland? Has anybody been across the water? I'm not talking about Dublin and Belfast, I'm talking about the wee quaint wee villages. The wee villages set back in time. Something like what I'm going to tell you. Let me take you back in time. There's some blarney, a bit of music, maybe just a rhyme. The Collins will warm your heart with some Irish dancing, just for a start. Walk the fields where the leprechauns met, they are still there even yet. Walk the streets where barefoot golfing stood play. You don't want to go away, you just want to stay. Letterkenny, Sligo, Nicoll, go across the water, see them all. Lovely Leitrim, a joy to behold. Relax with a pint as the stories are told. The statue of cottages where ivy grows up the wall. Chap the door, stay a night, see it all. The old lady in her rocking chair is sitting, waiting for you there. This is things the whole world should see. Take a trip across the Irish Sea. Thank you.
Can you guys ready for David Nicoll and Bert? Surprise performance. Awesome. Thank you. Cheers. Awesome. It's a local legend right here. A local legend. 74 years old. Fucking awesome. Okay, so are we still excited? I hope so. Right, good.